Good morning, students. Let's continue with our chapter, page number 35, last fourth line. This man will live in spite of all, he said to Hannah and sighed. This man will live in spite of all, he said to Hannah and sighed. Dr. Sadao said to Hannah that this man will survive. The reason was, after being shot and injured because of the rocks, still he was surviving. Though during the operation he lost much of the blood, but still he was surviving. That's why Dr. Sadao said that this man will survive. This man will live in spite of all. The young man walked so weak, his blue eyes so terrified, when he perceived means when he was terrified in fear. Now the young man, he woke up. He was very weak, his blue eyes so terrified, and when he woke up, he was in fear. When he perceived means when he was where he was. Now he is looking where he was. That Hannah felt compelled to apologize. She herself served him, for none of the servants would enter the room. Hannah herself served him because the servants, they denied that they are not going to serve the POW or the American. When she came in the first time, she saw him summon his small strength to be prepared for some fearful thing. When she came in first time, she noticed him that he was trying to collect his small strength to be prepared for some fearful thing. To be prepared for some fearful thing means he was making himself ready for facing some fearful things, or you can say for facing some difficulties. The facial expression can show these things to the next person, right? So his facial expressions were like that, and as Hannah entered, she saw his face. She told, "Don't be afraid." She begged him softly. She told him, "Don't be afraid." "How come? You speak English?" He gasped. Gasp means when you take a quick deep breath. Now he was relaxed as he said, "How come you speak English? How come you speak English?" "I was a long time in America," she replied. Now Hannah, she replied to him that I was a long time in America. Remember, she met Dr. Sadao in America when both of them were there for studies. She saw that he wanted to reply. To that, but he could not. And so she knelt and fed him gently from the porcelain spoon. Porcelain spoon, the spoon which is made of clay. Now she knelt down and she fed him very gently. He ate unwillingly, but still he ate because the food was required for the strength. "Now you will soon be strong," she said, not liking him and yet moved to comfort him. Though she did not like to talk to him, she did not like to be with him, but still she was compelled. And she said, "Now you will soon be strong." He did not answer. Whatever Hannah was speaking, she was speaking, but the fellow did not answer. Who did not answer? The prisoner of war. When Sadao came in the third day after the operation, he found the young man sitting up, his face bloodless with the effort. Now, after the third day of the operation, Dr. Sadao came in. He found the man was sitting up, his face bloodless with the effort. Now there was no scar of blood on his face. Lie down, Dr. Sadao cried. Do you want to die? Why are you sitting up? Do you want to die yourself? Do you want to kill yourself? Lie down. He forced the man down gently and strongly and examined the wound. You may kill yourself if you do this sort of thing, he scolded. Now Dr. Sadao scolded the prisoner of war, the American, that if you will do like that, you may kill yourself. What are you going to do with me? The boy muttered. Now the prisoner of war, the American, he is asking, what are you going to do with me? He looked just now barely 17. Are you going to hand me over? He is asking question. Are you going to hand me over? For a moment, Sadao did not answer. He finished his examination and then pulled the silk quilt over the man. I don't know myself what I shall do with you, he said. Dr. Sadao replied to his question when he was asking, are you going to hand me over? And he said, I don't know myself what I shall do with you. I ought, of course, to give you to the police. Being a true Japanese, it's my duty to hand you over to the police. You are a prisoner of war. No, do not tell me anything. He put up his hand as he saw the young man was about to speak. When he said that you are a prisoner of war, the young American was trying to say something, but the Dr. Sadao stopped him. He perturbed him in between and he asked him, don't say anything. Don't even tell me your names unless I ask it. So until or unless I won't ask you anything, you will not reply. They looked at each other for a moment, and then the young man closed his eyes and turned his face to the wall. So when Dr. Sadao said these words to the prisoner of war, he did not say anything. He closed his eyes and he changed the direction. He turned his face in another direction. Okay, he whispered, his mouth a bitter line. Outside the door, Hana was waiting for Sadao. Outside the door, Hana was waiting for Sadao. He saw at once that she was in trouble. Sadao, Yumi tells me the servants feel they cannot stay if we hide this man here anymore. Yumi tells me the servants feel they cannot stay if we hide this man here anymore, she said. She tells me that they are saying that you and I were so long in